We are for the second masterclass. A lot of us were telling how and why this whole concept of having masterclass, because most of the time these stalwarts like Ajit or Naveen and all these people, we see them talking on their platforms, talking about products, but some of them, like especially Ajit, whenever a topic is given, the preparation and the work which is actually behind whatever is going to be presented is really, really unique. And every time, whenever Ajit is coming up with a presentation, and anyone who is a part of his audience. So thank you very much, Ajit, for sparing your time and being a part of this Beyond Classroom series. We look forward to learn from you today and in the coming days. Thank you very much. Over to you.
The Prudential of the UK is what you see in India as ICICI Prudential. And the Prudential of the US is who we are, which is Prudential Global Investment Managers, which is PGIM. And it is obviously the largest of the two Prudentials. In fact, it is the 10th largest asset manager in the world today. And I'm taking this from the CFA Institute's Future of Finance white paper that was done early last year. And I want to talk about this because this is fundamental to everything that we do, and that is that the nature of trust is changing due to a whole new generation of investors and different investing technologies that have come up over the last many years. About the PGIM India Retirement Survey, it was done across 15 locations, both metro and mini metro, 8 metros and 7 non-metros, and across 3,103 people. And therefore, I can tell you that statistically, this is a very, very relevant study that you can follow as far as trends for retirement are concerned. And we intend to do the survey once every 2 years so that we can keep updating the things that we are looking at in terms of the progress on retirement readiness that people have. But let's look into now some of the changing habits that we found amongst urban Indians. And it almost showcases that more than 60% of what they earn obviously go in household expenses, and 17% goes out in rents and home loans and things like that, and other EMIs. And ultimately, savings and investments are about 13%. As the income grows, the percentage of people who have a retirement plan also grows. So one of the biggest other insights that we have from the study is that retirement planning for a lot of people is a function of surplus income, and it has got nothing to do with age. And so you see this, self-expression requirement having a strong correlation with higher income. So when you see income more than 75,000 per month, and why did we take 75,000? It may not be exactly the kind of client segment that many of you have. It is because that is representative of the larger India or Bharat. It is no point for me to start taking 15 lakhs and 20 lakhs and above, because that's 1% of the population. And therefore, it makes sense to see what people have as a feeling on their thoughts about retirement and how that pans out across India. What has happened is, in our survey, is that why Indians are not inclined to plan for retirement, and most people got this one right, though about 30% people got it wrong. And I think that one of the most important insights from the retirement readiness survey for all advisors, I would say, is come from this slide, which is people do not like to plan for unhappy goals. And retirement is seen as an unhappy goal by a lot of people, not seen as a happy goal by many people. What do you feel about financial freedom and financial security? Most people living in joint families feel more financially secure than people who live in nuclear families. It has got nothing again to do with age or income. It is just that when people are in large families, they feel that there will be some help and assistance if they have a financial problem. And one of the biggest problem advisors face while talking to customers is that the numbers look so big that investors just simply don't start. And then we have to try and coax them and push them to start small. But that same individual who needs that 7.2 crore corpus, instead of 22,000 normal SIP, if you're doing a top-up SIP, that person needs to do only a 9,000 rupee SIP.